on Vanderbilt Beach Road, heading due east. Hey, what's up? Duff here. I have my veteran Patton fresh off the charger, 100% charge, and we're gonna do a range test. Happy 4th of July, by the way. And I got my GPS on. I need to get it synced to satellites, and then we'll be right back. Okay, well, I'm out here waiting for satellite acquisition on my GPS. Happy 4th of July. Did I say that already? I don't know. I don't think I did. Yeah, today's 4th of July, Tuesday. There is a National Weather Service high heat advisory today, and it's about, what time is it, around 12:30-ish? So this is a perfect plan to go do a range test. Yeah, 12:32. So we're gonna go try to do a range test on the Patton. The other risk, of course, is getting stuck in torrential downpours, because I'm thinking about going the same route out to my house. I think with 2200, my old house, I think with 2200 watt hours, I should be okay with doing that. So, okay, this is taking a long time to acquire satellites, but yeah, I think that's the tentative plan. Okay, I finally have GPS sync, and we are on the road. I am tracking with my conventional Garmin GPS. I have darkness spot running as well. When I brought it out, you might have seen that I had the front pads on. After just a quick test run, they felt a little too tight. I didn't feel like wanting to have to deal with that on a long range test, so I took the front pads off. I still have the braking pads on the wheel. I love the Velcro that E-Wheels, or I don't know if it's E-Wheels or Veteran, includes with the Patton, where it actually has holes punched out in the Velcro to go over the holes in the battery case to make it, you don't have to remove the Velcro to get the battery out, which is kind of nice. So yeah, that's cool. But this is how we're running right now. So like I said, my plan is to head the same path more or less, if I remember the way I went last time, which is going down the little greenway here to Radio Road, and then taking Radio to Livingston and blah, blah, blah. Like the way that I used to commute from my old house to work. I think that's basically what my plan is. So let's see how it works. I'm guessing, I mean, that ride out and back is, I don't know, between 50 and 55 miles. I'm assuming, assumptions make an ass out of you and me. I'm assuming the Patton will be able to get me that distance at a minimum, so we'll find out. I'm not going to be going any set speed. I'm going to be going comfortably, whatever feels comfortable, which will more than likely be, 25 to 30 miles an hour for the majority of the ride. So that's the plan. For my ride today, I'm wearing my Scorpion XO helmet. I actually did pack water. I have 1 bottle of water in my pocket. It's odd for me to plan ahead like that, right? And my normal wrist, elbow, knee protection. Didn't go upper body armor. Just so freaking hot, guys. Yes, ideally I would be wearing that as well. So let's see how it goes. I'm looking forward to this because my initial 10-mile ride on the Patton was very, very favorable if you watch my my prior video. So hopefully the range test I will have similar feelings at the end of it. I'm cruising like a solid 30, steady 30. Patton feels extremely comfortable at this speed. Not a problem whatsoever. Once again, the 58-pound spring in this suspension, it feels great, man. Going over, irregularities in the road and bumps, and it is fine for me. It's funny, I got a message from Robert Lynch, my buddy that I told you about, was kind of the impetus behind me even thinking about getting a Patton. He got his with the 62-pound spring, and now after watching my initial video, he kind of wishes that he got the 58 as well, because he's like me, just kind of like a hard surface, not extreme riding conditions in most situations. So yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't poo-poo the 58-pound spring if you are just mostly a hard surface rider. That's just my opinion, unless you're really heavy. I'm 180 pounds, roughly 80 kilograms without gear. Okay, we've made it safely onto Livingston Road. Those of you that are astute channel observers, you will know that I need to ride the sidewalk for a period of time until bike lane resumes going this direction. And you know, riding the sidewalk here is, again, gives me more opportunities to verify that the 58-pound spring is sufficient in my use case. I also got several comments from my initial video about the tire. I guess a lot of people have not even seen the street tire on the Patton. And yeah, it feels really, really good, like I said in my first video. Feels progressive. I mean, I love the way this thing feels. Has kind of a unique appearance, a unique tread to it. Someone compared it to like the Michelin Pilot Street 2. And I don't think it's that degree of a tire, but it's great. I'm very happy that I got the street tire on this wheel. Again, because I ride hard surfaces all the time. Corner of Pine Ridge and Livingston, right over there, my bike lane returns, which is a good thing. Sidewalk was fine though, even with the 58-pound spring. So while I was waiting at the light, I just glanced at my GPS, about 8.5 miles in, and the onboard battery display still shows full. So, you know, that seems like a good sign to me, right? Now on Vanderbilt Beach Road, heading due east. Lots of clouds in the sky, but they're not like on the verge of rain clouds, so that's a good thing. It is hot out here. Man, even cruising here 30 miles an hour, man, it's freaking hot. I shouldn't have worn a dark shirt. That was a mistake. Oof. I'm looking forward to sitting down and drinking some water. Now on the bike slash pedestrian path that is next to Collier Boulevard. I get a chance to avoid being on a 6-car roadway. I usually try to take advantage of that. Or it's not 6-car, 6-lane roadway. Sorry. Probably have heat exhaustion setting in. Okay, clouds are, at least there to the north, clouds are starting to pile up a little bit. Another reason it's going to be basically get out to my house, turn around, and more or less head right back. There's not going to be a lot of time for rest. So I would prefer not to make this a water resistance test as well. All right, here we are, back out on good old Mockley Road. A very familiar vista for me and probably a number of people that have watched my videos. Let's see, mileage-wise, at 17 miles almost. Looks like I lost 1 bar so far on the onboard battery display. I'll check it with the app. Just ran over something metal. That didn't sound good, but wheel feels fine. So yeah, I mean, at least the onboard battery display would indicate that I'm doing pretty well. I just registered my, I don't know, 5th or 6th quick little beep of approval from passing motorists. You know, hit the horn, they make their Mustang really loud. Sometimes they'll wave. So, you know, whenever I get that, I always acknowledge it if I can. You know, quick hand wave. Appreciate the I don't know, the recognition, I guess. Oh, I totally forgot. I wanted to mention yesterday. Did I talk about it in a live stream? I don't remember. I think I did. I talked about it somewhere. I actually met up with a guy about an hour away, Cape Coral's name's Jason, to help him with his electric unicycle journey. He bought a V10F from eWheels, and I met him on Saturday morning. Or no, what am I saying? No, Monday morning. Monday morning I met him. And yeah, I spent, I don't know, hour and a half, a little more than an hour and a half with him. He already was able to like kind of free mount pretty well, but he had issues rolling for considerable amounts of distance. He had a couple longer runs, and I just try to give him feedback, because a lot of it is just trial and error and just knowing how it feels. His big issue was when he would hop on, more often than not, he would immediately swing to the left or right and then wind up in like some sort of weird S-turn deal. But he did have one more or less straight ride that was over 100 feet for sure, maybe close to 150. So he's making good progress. I brought my V10F, and it was funny. He told me like one of his issues is he's worried about damaging his V10F that he just spent $1,500 for. I said, well, it's no problem, use mine. I don't care how many times you drop it. I bought the wheel to teach people. I bought the wheel expecting it to get beat up, so just use mine. So he used mine for the vast majority of the session, and I did not care. So yeah, I told him I'm happy to meet up with him again. And he knew enough about me that he brought me a case of Cayman Jack. And he had a couple refrigerated. I actually drank a couple of them while I was working with him, even though it was technically in the AM. Yes, I know. Am I an alcoholic now? I hope not. I don't think so. All right, so my game plan is here I'm gonna pull into the park, stop and check numbers, drink some water, then quick swing up to my house, my old house, just take another look at it, even though I just did pass it last week when I had the KingSong S22 out here doing the swamp ride. But I'll go past it again. My neighbors actually said that they heard, or they saw another U-Haul truck there, like more people moved into the house. So I have no idea what's going on there, but I'm just curious. Here we are back at the park that I was so excited about. And I did enjoy it while I was here. The freaking water park is still not open. Things like 2 hours, it's like 2 years behind schedule. I mean, this was all supposed to be open a long time ago. But yeah, it's a great park. I do miss this aspect of it. But there's so many other things that I like better about where I live now. All right, let's see if this, yeah. Okay, this pavilion's empty, so let's hang out there. Did I mention it's hot as hell? It's hot as hell. Man. All right, okay, on board, we have 5 bars showing out of, isn't there 8 normally, I think? Not quite sure about that. Okay, darkness bot. Darkness bot says we have 52% battery, so this is a little tighter than I hoped. Wheel temperature, it's reporting as 129 degrees Fahrenheit, which is okay. I mean, but I've seen wheels run cooler than that. I mean, it is hot as hell. And darkness bot says that we've gone 26.5 miles. My GPS says we've done just under 25, so it's been about 25 miles. So I'm gonna still push my luck, and I'm going to run up to the house, because by doing that I'm adding another 4 miles to the ride actually. Do I want to do that or not? Maybe not, because I don't want to get stuck. And I don't want to be putzing around in super low battery conditions either, so I might skip the house and just reverse at this point. I think that might be what I do. Yeah, here no fan on the Patton. I don't believe it has one. Is it all just heat sinked? I'm not quite sure. I do not hear a fan. So anyways, I'm gonna sit here and get some water, and my feet feel not bad for going 25-ish miles. Feet do not feel bad on the stock pedals. And let's reset and continue. I know some people value this more, so the voltage right now is just under 112 volts after roughly 25 miles GPS distance. Okay, I lied. I sat there for a little while. Just hot, man. Hot, and I drank the full bottle of water, so I have no water for the ride back. I'll stop if I need to, I guess. So yeah, the battery rebounded a little bit. It showed 54% battery when I pulled out. So, I'll make it home. I might have to slow down at some point. I plan to do the same thing I did last time I went out here, is I go all the way down to Logan, which turns into Santa Barbara, which goes all the way to the street that connects to my house. So it's a straight shot. Distance-wise, it might actually be a little bit longer. I'm not quite sure. It might be a little bit longer, but I think we'll be okay. But I was thinking about it, like when I did my range test on the KingSong S22, 126 volt wheel, 2200 watt-hour battery, and it got around 50-ish, if I remember correctly. So I think around 50 will be what I will wind up on the Patton as well, which is fine. The only time I'm going 50 miles is when I'm doing a range test, really. So I think everything will be A-okay. And I can tell you that I enjoy riding the Patton more than the S22. Patton, despite only being a 16-inch wheel, still feels very stable, very smooth on the open roadway, great cruising. Seriously, I mean, I got no major complaints yet. I mean, give me some time, I'm sure I'll find something, but, oh, I know, here, I got a complaint. I have the same complaint about the Sherman S, actually, is that why these wheel manufacturers have decided that it's a good thing to put charge ports in the most inconvenient location possible. It's just so annoying to get underneath the handle of this thing, to get the charge plug in, and I mean, come on, man. That should not require major engineering to make the charging process not quite so annoying. Yeehaw, there's the pop-up fireworks stand. I know I've talked about in video before how 4th of July is one of my least favorite holidays of the year, not because I'm not patriotic and I don't appreciate freedom and all that kinds of stuff. I don't appreciate people that think it's necessary to put up backyard firework displays. You know, organized, cool ones, you know, where lots of people watch, that's great. But man, firing off fireworks in your backyard, it's annoying, especially if an animal. My big thing has been with dogs. You know, my dogs have always been terrified of fireworks, and Elsa's probably the most so of any of them. So it's just like a night of terror for her. But you know, hopefully it's the last night. I mean, even where I live now, people have been firing off fireworks. I heard them last night. I heard them as early as Friday night. So I guess I can't get away from it. My speed still has been hovering right around 30, pretty much the entire ride. Super, super comfortable at this speed. Okay, we've moved on to the pathway next to Immokalee Road now. I plan to do what I did last time, and that is I'll make a pit stop at my good old Dunkin' Donuts, grab an iced coffee, and then I will head down a little bit, head on Logan Boulevard, and then cruise on home. That's the plan. Everything so far about the veteran Patton range test, though, has been A-okay. Did I mention that I love this tire? I love this tire. So easy. There she is. Oh, this thing turns nice. Good old OG Dunkin' Donuts. Okay, I'm at 35 miles, and the app says I'm at like 37% battery, so I think I'll make it. I think last time I did this ride, I had the 888, didn't I? It was easy. It was easier to get a straw up behind that chin bar. Now with the Scorpion XO, I could lift the whole chin bar up, but I don't feel like doing that because I want maximum protection. So I'll just deal with it. Refreshing. As I was saying before the GoPro locked up, I'm now in the section of Logan Boulevard where there's not a bike lane, but there's this little bike pedestrian path, which is nice. It keeps the speed down, twisty, a little bumpy, so it allows me to further test the capabilities of the 58-pound spring that is in my veteran Patton. And so far, that spring has passed all of my tests. Feels just fine. As we've just crossed the 39-mile GPS distance mark, I just thought I'd give a brief foot report. My feet are feeling pretty good. Much like I remember, I think my original range test, I still had the, look at the 58-pound shock doing its thing. During my original range test in the Sherman S, I believe I had the factory pedals on still. I don't think I had the E-Rides pedals at that point, if I remember correctly. And I remember the original Sherman pedals, at least from a comfort standpoint, were good. And I would say that I'm feeling much the same about the Patton pedals as well. All in all, my feet feel significantly above average compared to how they would normally feel after going nearly 40 miles. Quick check in here. I'm over 42 miles on the GPS, and I have 2 bars showing on my on-screen battery meter. There is some menacing clouds ahead. I'm hoping the rain that appears to be in them is off in the distance. All right, so let's see if I can get out to this bike lane here. Okay, one negative for me. Probably 6 or 7 times now I've gone to dismount and my foot has gotten caught on the toe hold as I come off. So, I don't know, if I'm not planning to jump, I might take the toe hold off. I don't know, we'll see. At this point, I've still been cruising, I don't know, 25-ish. No, the wheel doesn't care. The wheel still seems to be just happy as it is. Okay, everybody loves this game. Oops, I thought I had thought the entrance was there. Okay, this is the KingSong throw away trash while rolling game. So here we go. Pressure's on. He's approaching the trash can. Where is it? There it is. Bam! Oh man, I practically dunked it. Couldn't miss that one. Congrats to me. Okay, I clearly see a wall of rain. And I just saw a lightning strike. I can only hope that it is beyond my road. I don't know, it's hard for me to judge. I might be okay. Hope I'm okay. Because I don't want to get wet. Although it might help cool me off. Okay, I've officially entered the 1 bar territory on the battery meter on the wheel, on the Patton. And when I looked down to check the battery meter, my speed was 28.9. So yeah, no speed limiting yet. Knock on wood. Ah, I just heard a beep. Just heard a beep, first beep. Which I might not have heard if I was not going slower. Right up ahead here is my road, and it looks like the rain is beyond it, so I think we're gonna stay dry. And I will keep you apprised of the beep situation. Okay, I'm back on the sidewalk for the last part of this journey until I get to my street, then I got a little bit of a bike lane. But I can report I've hit dozens and dozens of sidewalk transitions, you know, as they cross the road. Not once did the 58-pound spring feel like it bottomed out. I've noticed no appreciable difference in comfort compared to the Sherman S, which I've previously declared as my most comfortable suspension wheel. So this has been a very, very good range test. My feet are starting to get a little numb, but I mean, it's to be expected. I'm at 47.62 miles GPS. I should probably go until 50 miles GPS, shouldn't I? If I can. If it's not beeping too bad, maybe I will. I can just ride my neighborhood. All right, back at the church near my house. I'm 1.25 miles short of 50 miles. So I'm just gonna do some easy cruising in my local neighborhood to make sure we get to 50 miles GPS, because that's a nice round number, right? My official tally of, oh, that was the wheel that beeped. I thought it was the camera. My official tally of beeps and approval hand gestures is now double digits. I just got one from a motorcyclist coming the other way. It's like, yeah. I returned the favor. All right, so I did get another beep there. Still cruising like 20 miles an hour though. I'm very close to 50, so this won't take long. Yeah, a lot of range tests. I don't ride to the beeps, but I'm doing it for you. Dedication. Check out those clouds, juicy clouds. Very juicy. It smells like a wood fire. I smell something. So since the wheel started to beep, I am slowing down. I'm between 15 and 20 now, just to be safe. See? Gotta be safe. I don't know if there's a lightning strike and something caught on fire, but it almost smells like when you're up north in winter and you smell people on their fireplaces. That's what it smells like. Get more beeps, but I'm almost there. 49.92 miles. I need 0.08 miles. I will just go down my development a little bit to get that. It's okay. It's okay, Patton. We're almost there. Bam! We made it. Can you see that? 50.04. We made it. We made it. But it does make me glad that I decided to not go to my old house, because that extra 2 miles would have made for a lot more beeping. Okay, so there were some Xfinity guys out in the driveway, so I didn't want to be a weirdo and be filming out there. So we're instead resting in the cool AC. So yeah, just over 50 miles GPS. Let's see what the app says. Okay, the app says, oh, okay. So not, okay, the app says 53 miles, so it's 3 miles more than what GPS says. Battery down to 7%. So yeah, I ran it pretty low. And so you could have squeezed, you know, probably another mile out of it if you wanted to, or maybe 2 if you're okay with going really slow. Temperature right now, 127 degrees. So it seemed like the highest temperature I saw was 129, had less direct sun on the way back. So maybe that helped. Top speed reached during the ride between a little over 31 miles an hour. And the voltage, everyone, voltage nerds, pay attention. The voltage right now is reading as 98.3 volts. And the ride in total was about 3 hours long. So let's see, feedback. I mean, it really just reinforced my positive thoughts about the wheel after the first 10-mile ride. The 58-pound shock is fine for me. It's totally fine. I don't have to touch it. I don't have to worry about it. I don't plan to change it. I think even when I take it out to the swamp, it's going to be fine. I don't think it's going to be a problem at all. The wheel is very stable at speed, at least in the low 30s. It's very stable in speed. I have a feeling when I do my top speed test, it will continue to be stable. You know, because it is heavy, even though it's a 16-inch wheel, it's almost 90 pounds, so it is heavy. The range, 50 miles of range. Like I said, around the halfway point, you know, my KingSong S22, which is is that an 18 or 20-inch wheel? Technically, I don't know. But it's a bigger wheel, and it got about the same. It got about 50 miles on a 2200 watt-hour pack. Difference being this is only a 16-inch wheel, and it still got about the same mileage, and it has more power than the S22, and it's more maneuverable in my opinion, and I like it more. So there's that. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the range test. I'm pleased with it. I'm definitely pleased with it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please think about giving it a big thumbs up. Helps the channel, helps visibility of the video. If this is your first time visiting the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you're going to subscribe, you can hit the notify bell. That is it over there? Yeah, I think it's over there. Yeah, I think it's over there. Don't I point to the left? Yeah, I think so. Feel free to leave your comments, suggestions, ideas, and thoughts below. I've heard lots of positive reports from a lot of Patton owners so far, very little negatives. The only thing I've heard so far is someone told me that the pack, I guess, isn't secured that well inside the case, and if you're using it in extreme cases, you could be bouncing the pack, which I guess could lead to that issue that I saw where there's a picture of the battery being ejected out of the bottom. Again, in my use case, I'm not concerned about that at all, but I guess if you're a extreme rider, you might want to be concerned about that. This channel has channel membership. If you're interested in becoming a member, you can do so. There's various benefits to becoming a member as well. One of them being getting access to videos a day to a half a day early. And there's Elsa. Hi, baby. This is Elsa's least favorite time of year. She hates fireworks, right, baby? Yes, you hate them. You hate them, I understand. And I did mention in my previous video that I just turned on membership. If you're watching this video on the EUC Army channel, I have membership on there as well, and you have similar benefits over there as well. And I think there, the membership level, you can become an EUC Army soldier. It's exciting, right? So yeah, I think that's all I have for now. I hope you have a great 4th, and I'll talk to you again soon. Next up, well, the two main things I want to do in this yet, testing-wise, is I want to do a speed test, and I want to take it to the swamp. Other than that, I'm just going to ride this thing and enjoy it. But I'll tell you, do I need the Sherman S? I am seriously questioning if I need the Sherman S. I mean, yeah, the Sherman S got about 70 miles of range. It's got about 50, but I don't need to go 70 miles. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. I could be getting rid of not 1, but 2 wheels, possibly. I don't know. I'll think about it. So that's all I have for now, guys. Hope you have a great 4th, and I said that already. So I guess I can wish you a great rest of your week. And that's all I have for now. Until next time, Duffman out. Elsa, what do you think? Do you have any commentary? What do you think of 4th of July fireworks, baby? What do you think? Not a fan? You're not a fan? I understand.